Anxiety, mood swings, confusion, racing thought patterns, restlessness, hypersensitivity, apathy, fatigue, asthma, high blood pressure, headaches, digestive problems, muscle tension, chest pain, shortness of breath, back pain, diarrhea, skin breakout, sadness, anger, insecurity, burnout, resentment, guilt, drug abuse, excessive drinking, social withdrawal, decreased productivity.
It serves as a living testament to the American spirit. It offers a chance to search for truth and simplicity. The freedom to disconnect from modern life. And the opportunity to commune with our natural surroundings. Welcome to the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail, or AT as it is more commonly known, is the longest footpath in the United States, stretching all the way from Maine to Georgia, covering over 2,100 miles of some of the most beautiful and biologically diverse landscape on the planet. Hikers love this trail so much, they donated over 196,000 hours of labor to maintain it in 2008. People come from all over the world to experience the awe and wonder this amazing trail inspires. Harvard graduate Benton MacKaye has been given the credit as the visionary of the Appalachian Trail. He realized that industrialization and technology were America's cultural obsession. But if that obsession continued unopposed, wilderness areas in the United States would quickly disappear. He also believed the further Americans drifted from nature, the more burnout and anxiety they would suffer. MacKaye's solution was to build and preserve a footpath through the Appalachian Mountains, one that would allow people to escape fast-paced living and to fellowship with the wilderness. Just a few years after MacKaye shared his vision with the Appalachian Trail Conference, the Great Depression crippled the U.S., but did not stop MacKaye from sharing his encouragement in a letter to the Smoky Mountain Hiking Club.
For we need this thing wilderness far more than it needs us. Civilizations like glaciers come and go, but the mountain and its forest continue the course of creation's destiny. Benton MacKaye, 15th November, 1933.
Although we credit MacKaye for starting the Appalachian Trail, we can trace his inspiration back to some of the greatest authors in American literature. The work of the transcendental authors presented America with the idea that wilderness was necessary for the survival and health of mankind and needed to be preserved. These authors loved walking in the wilderness. One such author was John Muir, founder of the Sierra Club. Muir was reported to have walked all the way from Wisconsin to the Gulf Coast, beginning his journey with nothing more than a small pack and a loaf of bread. Another is Henry David Thoreau, who admitted to needing at least 4 hours a day walking in the wilderness to preserve a healthy state of mind. In the June 1862 issue of Atlantic Monthly, Thoreau expresses his unique perspective on walking.
No wealth can buy the requisite leisure, freedom, and independence, which are the capital in this profession. It comes only by the grace of God. It requires a direct dispensation from heaven to become a walker. Henry David Thoreau.
I don't want to get too cliche and say you're one with nature, but in a sense you are, because it's you and nature. And there's no shelter like the house or whatnot. So you're whatever happens, like the rain comes or the snow comes, you got to go through it. There's no taking a shower. You don't have that luxury. There's no fighting traffic, and then don't have to worry about that. You just pick up your pack and go. It'll toughen you up. Either you get up and move on, or you stay where you're at. But that's kind of detrimental because you're not going to get anywhere. Not unless somebody's coming to come and find you. But you just got to pick stuff up and go on.
My name's Tim Meadows. I'm 53 years old, and I'll be 54 on the 25th of March. And on my birthday, if all goes well, I'm going to hike the through hike on the Appalachian Trail, 2,160 miles. We've gotten away from what life is all about, and that's another thing I want to do. That's fine. I'm fine with sleeping on a slab of rock or in my tent or wherever. I'm looking forward to that aspect of it and totally communing with nature.
Being out on the trail, you kind of got the time to sit there and think what's more important to you when you don't have all this background noise, the cars and bosses screaming at you and stuff like that. So it's quieter, and then you can think.
All hikers walk their own journey, but they share common ground with one another. Their common interest is the desire to take their time and experience life without complication.
I'm not there to make up time. Time's not of the essence to me. That's one reason I'm going.
A lot of people, me for instance, and other people think like me, kind of go back to nature to kind of slow down, kind of get a grip on things, to try to keep life from speeding away from you.
Well, when you hit that trail, you may have all kinds of reasons why you're there, what you want to do when you come off the trail. But while you're on it, you're not anybody, but just another person that's out there. There's attorneys out there that, at one time maybe have been an attorney or doctors, and then you meet the guy that worked at Burger King. But while they're on the trail, they're equal. They're the same family.
A natural bond develops between the AT and those who find themselves walking on it. Perspectives change, and time slows down. We begin to see how simple living really is, and just how complicated civilization has become. The Appalachian Trail allows us to see our place in the natural world and become a part of it.
You're in your tent and your sleeping bag and what clothes you brought with you. And you just got to get used to the elements.